Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to Just Get Civil and welcome to Mission Gate 2021. So we are here for the crash course to crack gate for 2021 and myself Somujit Sen we are discussing we are continuing with discussion of the environmental engineering and we have done with our 11 lectures of this series where till date we have completed the basics of the domestic water supply engineering part, and in the last class we have entered to the wastewater engineering, and not only we have entered to the wastewater engineering but we have completed two chapters. One chapter will comprises of the wastewater flow rates and another chapter is comprises of the design of sewer. So wastewater flow rate and design of sewer means we have seen that how much wastewater we need to collect, how what is the amount of wastewater about to uh, generate from a particular catchment area, and in case of design of sewer we have seen that what will be the process to carry those wastewater from one place to another. Now डिटेल्स डिस्कशन में जाने से पहले एक चीज आपको याद दिलाना चाहता हूं कि अगर आपके पास अनअकैडमी लर्निंग ऐप ना हो अभी भी सिस्टम में, then go to the app, your play store, type unacademy learning app, install the unacademy learning app over there, and go for gate and EAC, go for the plus courses. In the plus course you are going to get the personalized mentorship. Also you will be having a set of questionnaires and everything you will get to crack your desired examination. The subscription, and while taking the subscription don't forget to apply sen 10 ACN10 sen 10 ACUN10. It is my code sen 10. Now tomorrow is the date. Tomorrow is the date where we are going to launch that you can say it is a new year gift to the GATE aspirant students for 2022. Evolve for GATE 2022 Civil Batch A in both the language English and Hindi. Starts on 28th December 11:15 a.m. To subscribe this for this course, you can go. Don't forget to use sen 10. If you use today, you are going to get 10% discount directly. Now, day after tomorrow, in December 29th, Tuesday, 6 p.m., Unacademy is launching another combat session. December 29th, 6 p.m., Unacademy is launching another combat session. In the previous combat session, lot many has got exciting prizes. Now it's time to crack those things. Register now. To unlock, use the code CRACKGATE. To unlock, use the code CRACKGATE. Win exciting prizes. You will understand where you are. You can understand that what is the actual projection when you are competing with others, where other competitors are standing. If you are within the rank 1 to 3, you are going to get 3 months subscription or equivalent Amazon voucher. Rank 4 to 50 will get 500 rupees Amazon voucher. Lot many have cracked previously. Now it is the time to crack Unacademy Combat. It's your turn now. So today we are entering the most important segment of wastewater engineering, that is characteristics of wastewater. Today we are entering the most important segment of wastewater engineering, that is characteristics of wastewater. Now when we are considering about the characteristics of wastewater, that is, so what we have already discussed, क्या डिस्कस कर चुके हैं अभी तक कि कितना वेस्ट वाटर जेनरेट हो सकता है, और सेकेंडली क्या डिस्कस कर चुके हैं कि कितना कैसे आप कैरी करोगे. नाउ व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू हैव टू ट्रीट द वेस्ट वाटर, उसको साफ करना है. व्हाई? बिकॉज यू आर एमिंग फॉर safe disposal, because you are aiming for safe disposal. Now as you are aiming for safe disposal, तो आपको ट्रीट करना है, मतलब आपको फिर से सेम कॉन्सेप्ट, आपको उसको उसमें जो गंदगी फैल चुका है उसको हटाना है. अब जो गंदगी फैल चुका है जिसको हटाना है, दैट मीन्स फर्स्ट यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट what extent the wastewater is problematic. First you need to find out at what extent you need to clean the wastewater. तो वेस्ट वाटर को जांच करना, उसका प्रॉब्लम को जांच करना, उसको प्रॉब्लम को समझना will be considered as characteristics of wastewater, will be considered as characteristics of wastewater. Okay, now when you are considering about the wastewater characteristics, first of all, if you see the components of wastewater, then generally you will find क्या मिलेगा आपको 99 to 99.9% is water. ये बात मैं पहले भी बोल चुका हूं लास्ट क्लास में. 99 to 99.9% is water and 0.1 to 1% will be the solid. 99 से 99 से लेकर 99.9% का आपको पानी मिलेगा and 0.1 to 1% will be the solid. This solid will be, if it is classified broadly, it will be of two types. If it is classified broadly, it will be of two types: inorganic solid and organic solid. Inorganic solid and organic solid. These organic solids will be of two types: biodegradable organics, matlab those solids which will undergo decomposition process naturally. जैसे कई सब्जी का छिलका अगर आप कहीं पे रख देते हो, कुछ ना करो, 10 दिन 12 दिन बाद क्या दिखेगा आपको, वहां से एक ब्लैक कलर का पानी निकल के आ रहा है या कुछ भी है, उससे गंदे स्मेल आ रहा है. Biodegradable organics. Another type of organic solids are there, that is non-biodegradable organics, which will not undergo any kind of decomposition process naturally. While undergoing the decomposition process, these biodegradable organic solids create nuisance. What do you mean by nuisance? What do you understand by nuisance? What is nuisance? So these biodegradable organic solids, when they undergo the decomposition process, they will create nuisance. And nuisance is, see, let's take an example that in a room, in two corners, in one corner you have taken certain biodegradable organics like some vegetable spills. In another part, you are putting certain plastic which is non-biodegradable organics. Now, if you come after 5 days or 6 days, what you will see, the plastic is there as whatever you have kept. And when you are talking about the biodegradable organics, then if you just I'm going for the example, the plastic will remain as same, but for the vegetable spills, it will give you certain bad smell. You will observe certain black color water is coming out. So lot many things you will observe. So while undergoing the decomposition process, they create nuisance that I have told. So what is the characteristics of wastewater? Characteristics of wastewater is actually estimating the nuisance potential of wastewater. Nuisance means bad smell, black color water, whatever I have told. So all these things are actually the nuisance. So characteristics of wastewater is actually estimating the nuisance potential of wastewater. Characteristics of wastewater is actually estimating the nuisance potential of wastewater. And when they undergo the decomposition process, the decomposition will be of two types: oxidation or reduction. Oxidation means the aerobic decomposition, and reduction means anaerobic decomposition. Oxidation means the aerobic decomposition, where the decomposition will occur in the presence of oxygen, and reduction will occur in the absence of oxygen, where there is anaerobic decomposition. So, what is the main concern when we are talking about the characteristics of wastewater? It's actually the nuisance potential of estimating the nuisance potential of wastewater. And when you are talking about the nuisance potential of wastewater, then who is causing the nuisance? Is the biodegradable organic solids. So when you are talking about, when you are considering the characteristics of wastewater, then the main point of concern is biodegradable organic solids, because biodegradable organic solids is actually the nuisance causing solids in the wastewater. Others, non-biodegradable organic solids or inorganic solids, they do have their certain problems, they do have the certain level of problems, but they generally, we are actually concerned, our focus will be mainly the biodegradable organic solids. And to know the nuisance potential in water, two type of examination will occur. Two type of examination will occur. What are they? Two types of examination we can go through. Physical examination, which will tell us the state and condition of the wastewater, and the chemical examination, which will tell us the strength of sewage. The physical examination which will tell you the state and condition of the sewage, and the chemical examination, which will tell you the strength of sewage. Now in physical examination, to find out the state of sewage, state and condition of sewage, first there will be the color estimation. If it is fresh sewage, it will be brown or yellow in color. If it is stale sewage, it will be black in color. Odor, second one is odor. If it is fresh sewage, no odor will be there. If it is stale sewage, high objectionable odor will be there. Temperature, if it is fresh sewage, less than 30 degrees centigrade will be the temperature. For stale sewage, temperature will be little bit higher, more than 30 degrees centigrade. Now, for chemical examination, generally biodegradable organic matter are complex in nature. They can be carbohydrate, they can be protein, they can be fat, etc. These matters cannot be represented directly. कैसे आप represent करोगे? अगर कोई पूछा आपको कि कितना है बायोडिग्रेडेबल ऑर्गेनिक मैटर, आप क्या बोलोगे कि प्रोटीन इतना है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट इतना है, फैट इतना है, तो भाग जाएगा बंदा। क्या करोगे? As I have told you that they will undergo decomposition process, and when they are undergoing decomposition process, they require oxygen. From where they will take the oxygen? From the wastewater. The wastewater contains certain amount of DO. That DO is having certain amount of job to do. Now, if certain biodegradable organic matter or any kind of organic matter, inorganic matter or organic matter mainly present in the wastewater, they will undergo decomposition process. If they are undergoing decomposition process, oxygen will be demanded. Why? Because they will take oxygen from the wastewater itself. तो सोच लीजिए कि अगर आपके पास 100 रुपया है, उस 100 रुपया का आपका क्या है कि 100 रुपया का फिक्स खर्चा है, अचानक से कुछ काम के लिए आपको 50 रुपया खर्चा करना पड़ा, तो देन व्हाट विल हैपन? यू आर एक्चुअली इन डिमांड ऑफ 50 रुपीज. Understood? The same thing is happening. DO is present in the wastewater. That DO is actually having certain job to do, but due to the presence of the pollutant in the wastewater, that DO is getting consumed. Certain portion of the DO is getting consumed. So demand is created. So these matters, these organic matters, डायरेक्टली इसको कोई रिप्रेजेंटेशन प्रोसेस नहीं है, इनडायरेक्टली इट विल बी रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय द ऑक्सीजन डिमांड क्रिएटेड फॉर द डिकम्पोजिशन प्रोसेस. Indirectly it will be represented by the oxygen demand created for their decomposition process. And on the basis of oxygen demand created for the decomposition process, generally four types of demand are listed. First of all, BOD, which is called as biochemical oxygen demand. COD, which is called as chemical oxygen demand. TOD, called as total oxygen demand. And THOD, which is theoretical oxygen demand. BOD, COD, TOD, and THOD. These are the four types of oxygen demand will be there. And remember, what many people generally do a basic mistake, that they terms BOD as biological oxygen demand. If it is written in a book, go and throw the book away from your bookshelf. If it is there in your mind, Control A, Shift Delete. It's biochemical oxygen demand. Before 1991 Rio Convention, it was biological oxygen demand, but after that the term was biochemical oxygen demand. This is universally accepted. And why it is biochemical oxygen demand? Specific reason is there. So never utter BOD as biological oxygen demand. It's a blunder you will commit in environmental engineering. Now BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. First let me tell you the definition, then I will explain what is what. It is the amount of oxygen demand created by microorganism to decompose biodegradable organic matter present in wastewater under aerobic condition. तो एक ऑक्सीजन डिमांड है जिसके लिए आप किसके ऊपर भरोसा कर रहे हो, माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म के लिए, क्योंकि आपका खुद का बस में नहीं है वो ऑर्गेनिक मैटर को डिकम्पोज करना. तो व्हाट विल हैपन, it is oxygen demand created to decompose. To whom you are decomposing? Biodegradable organic matter under aerobic condition means oxygen in the presence of oxygen. डिकम्पोजिशन का मतलब क्या है, कॉम्प्लेक्स से आप सिंपल एंड प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा. जैसे प्रोटीनेसियस सब्सटेंस है तो उससे आपको मिलेगा अमीनो एसिड. अगर आपका एक कार्बोहाइड्रेट सब्सटेंस है तो उससे आपको मिलेगा ग्लूकोज, फ्रुक्टोज, लाइक दिस. कॉम्प्लेक्स को तोड़ के सिंपल एंड प्रोडक्ट. ठीक है. अब कहानी है कि जब आप बीओडी का बोल रहे हो, देखिए डेफिनेशन से ये तो लगभग क्लियर है कि आप पूरा चीज माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म के ऊपर डाल रहे हो कि भैया वो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म जितना डिकम्पोज करेगा उसके लिए जो ऑक्सीजन डिमांड क्रिएट होगा एरोबिक कंडीशन में, उसको कहते हैं बीओडी. फेयर इनफ. तो इन बीओडी what type of matter you are considering? Biodegradable organic matter. In BOD you are considering biodegradable organic matter. And who is the nuisance causing organics in wastewater? Biodegradable organic matter. So BOD is directly telling you the nuisance potential of wastewater. तो बात यह है कि इसका नाम क्यों है बायोकेमिकल ऑक्सीजन डिमांड. सोचिए ये एक ऑर्गेनिक मैटर है, बायोडिग्रेडेबल ऑर्गेनिक मैटर. जैसे ही वो रहेगा नेचुरली माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर प्रेजेंट. तो ये डिकम्पोज होगा और डिकम्पोज होने के टाइम पे ऑक्सीजन चाहिए होगा. तो कॉम्प्लेक्स टू सिंपल एंड प्रोडक्ट ऑक्सीजन डिमांड इज क्रिएटेड. फेयर एनफ. नाउ another term I am writing here, oxygen demand created for the cellular respiration of microorganism present in wastewater decompose the biodegradable organic matter. इसका मतलब क्या है, कॉम्प्लेक्स को तोड़ के सिंपल एंड प्रोडक्ट बनाने के लिए डिकम्पोजिशन के लिए ऑक्सीजन चाहिए, वो बीओडी का कंपोनेंट है. फेयर एनफ. लेकिन माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म का रेस्पिरेशन के लिए हम क्यों दें वैल्यू, हम क्यों दें ऑक्सीजन? क्योंकि माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म को बचा के रखना है उधर जब तक ना डिकम्पोजिशन हो जाए. जैसे हम इंसान के लिए क्या चाहिए, कुछ खाना चाहिए होता है, कुछ रेस्पिरेशन के लिए ऑक्सीजन चाहिए होता है, रहने के लिए घर चाहिए होता है, वो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म के लिए भी वही चाहिए होता है. खाना जो मिल रहा है आपका कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑर्गेनिक से, पानी है उधर, रहने का जगह है, और क्या चाहिए, ऑक्सीजन चाहिए. क्यों, उसको भी रेस्पिरेशन करना है. And you can tell, sir, why to put that respiration of microorganism in BOD value? Because answer is, why the microorganism present in the wastewater? Because the biodegradable organic matter present in the wastewater. And microorganisms are present in the wastewater to decompose them. So actually this oxygen demand, this cellular respiration of microorganism oxygen demand is to support the decomposition process, because decomposition can be done by the microorganism only, and you need to get the oxygen demand from the microorganism itself. Understood? That's why oxygen demand created for the cellular respiration of microorganism present in wastewater to decompose the, सारे के लिए नहीं, जो उधर बायोडिग्रेडेबल ऑर्गेनिक सॉलिड को खाने के लिए बैठा हुआ है उसका सेलुलर रेस्पिरेशन को आप सपोर्ट दे रहे हो, उसका ऑक्सीजन जो चाहिए होता है, that is coming to the BOD because microorganisms are present in the system to decompose the biodegradable organic solids on. And biodegradable organic solids are nothing but the representation of the pollution level of wastewater. Is that clear? Now, generally a 5-day period is chosen for BOD test. Generally a 5-day period is chosen for BOD test. In this time period, 60 to 70% of the oxidation completion is expected. नॉर्मली एक 5 दिन का टाइम चुना जाता है जहां पे 60 से 70% ऑक्सीडेशन, मतलब यहाँ पे डिकम्पोजिशन का कहानी है, will be expected. The value of oxygen demand is called as BOD5. The value of oxygen demand will be called as BOD5. कभी कभार 7 दिन का टाइम लिया जाता है. Sometimes a 7-day period is also chosen for BOD test. In this time period, 80% oxidation completion is expected. Sometimes a 7-day period is also chosen for BOD test. In this time period, 80% oxidation completion is expected. And generally, in 21 days, 95 to 98%, 95 to 98% oxidation completion, मतलब 95 to 98% decomposition is expected, and this value is called as BOD21. This value is called as BOD21, and BOD21 is actually 95 to 98, मतलब लगभग सारे, इसीलिए इतना ही आपको ऑक्सीजन डिमांड क्रिएट हो सकता है. That's why it is also called as ultimate BOD or BODU, BOD suffix U. तो 3 पॉइंट है. 5 दिन में 60 से 70%, जिसको कहते हैं BOD5. 7 दिन में लगभग 80%, जिसको कहते हैं BOD7. और 21 दिन में लगभग 95 to 98%, which is denoted as BODU or the ultimate BOD of wastewater. Clear? Now, we are going for a particular method called as dilution method. We are going for a particular method called as dilution method for the BOD test. Just a minute. Dilution method is nothing but the laboratory method for the BOD test. क्या है इसमें? आप एक DO बॉटल लोगे जिसका वॉल्यूम है 300 ml. You will take a DO bottle of volume 300 ml. जो DO बॉटल आपने पहले भी देख चुके हैं for the measurement of DO in the quality of water chapter. In this bottle you will take a wastewater sample. Here मैंने आपको एक example दिया है कि 20 ml of wastewater sample we are taking. Just an example. Generally इस DO बॉटल का वॉल्यूम होता है 300 ml, इससे कम भी हो सकते हैं. तो बाकी जितना खाली है जगह उसमें आप क्या कर रहे हो? To make up the volume, dilution water will be provided. Dilution water. Underline this. Dilution water will be provided. To make up this volume, dilution water will be provided. Dilution water क्या है? मैं उसमें आ रहा हूं बाद में. पहले आप प्रोसेस समझ लीजिए. वेस्ट वाटर डाला, डाइल्यूशन वाटर डाला, 300 ml हो गया. फिर क्या किया आपने? इसका DO initial, mixing it well, the DO value of the mixture will be estimated. That is initial DO value, which is DO initial, nothing but DO mix. और DO mix का कोई भी चीज मिक्सिंग का फॉर्मूला हम लोग जानते हैं, वॉल्यूम ऑफ वेस्ट वाटर इंटू DO वेस्ट वाटर प्लस volume of dilution water into DO dilution water by volume of dilution wastewater plus volume of dilution water, that is a mixing formula. इसके बाद आपने क्या कर रहे हो, आपने इसका माउथ पार्ट जो है उसको बंद कर रहे हो और उसको 20 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड टेम्परेचर में 5 दिन के लिए इंक्यूबेशन में डाल रहे हो, मतलब अनडिस्टर्ब कंडीशन। फिर 5 दिन बाद आपको निकल रहे हो, आफ्टर 5 days DO value will be measured again and the value will be DOF, DO final. After 5 days DO value will be measured again and the value will be DOF, DO final. तो DO फाइनल ऑब्वियसली DO इनिशियल से कम होंगे, क्योंकि अगर आपके वेस्ट वाटर में बायोडिग्रेडेबल ऑर्गेनिक मैटर प्रेजेंट हैं तो ऑब्वियसली इट विल गेट decomposed, and from the system itself DO will be taken. So DO initial minus DO final is actually the oxygen demand created, and BOD5 20 degree centigrade is actually represented as DO initial minus DO final into a multiplying factor called as dilution factor, where dilution factor is equals to total volume of the system by volume of water taken. Here I am taking 20 ml, total is 300, so it's 15. Example 10, initial, final 5, so BOD 5 will be 75 milligram per liter. 10 minus 5 into 15. Clear? The question is, what is dilution water and what we are doing and why we are doing? Just check it out. In your screen, the dilution water is specially prepared water. Dilution water is specially prepared water where trace nutrient salts are mixed with distilled water. Phosphate buffer solution will be added to the water, and finally the water will be aerated to make it saturated with oxygen. Dilution water is specially prepared water where trace nutrient salts are mixed with distilled water. Phosphate buffer solution will be added to the water, and finally the water will be aerated to make it saturated with oxygen. That is dilution. इतना तामझाम क्यों, क्या चाहिए आपको? समझिए क्या चाहिए आपको। अब BOD वैल्यू क्यों निकाल रहे हैं? क्योंकि आपका ट्रीटमेंट प्रोसेस इस वैल्यू के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा। आपका ट्रीटमेंट प्रोसेस, ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ वेस्ट वाटर विल बी डिपेंडिंग ऑन दिस वैल्यू, इसीलिए आप BOD वैल्यू निकालने की कोशिश कर रहे हो। सोचिए आप साल भर प्रैक्टिस करते हो ऑस्ट्रेलिया का पार्थ में या मेलबोर्न में, फिर जाके आपको खेलना है सेंचुरियन में और या जोहान्सबर्ग में साउथ अफ्रीका का। वहां का बाउंस में बहुत ज्यादा अंतर है नहीं, तब आप खेल पाओगे, दिक्कत उतना नहीं होगा। लेकिन आप साल भर प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो चेन्नई का स्टेडियम में या बैंगलोर में या कलकत्ता में, और आपको अचानक से बोला गया कि जाइए खेलिए जोहान्सबर्ग का फास्ट पिच में, दिक्कत होगा भैया। मेरा बोलने का मतलब क्या है? बोलने का मतलब है कि इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग योरसेल्फ फॉर द एक्सट्रीम कंडीशन, देन easier कंडीशन, उससे कम कुछ भी वैल्यू कैन बी डेल्ट इजीली। लेकिन आप अगर आपने आपको खुद को कुछ नॉर्मल कंडीशन के लिए डिजाइन करते हो एंड यू आर गेटिंग more and more value and you are not getting a proper value, or you are getting, suppose you are designed for 200 milligram per liter but suddenly आपके पास 500 milligram per liter आ गया, तो आप नहीं कर पाओगे ट्रीटमेंट। इससे बेहतर है आपको 500 मिलीग्राम पर लीटर के लिए पहले ही आपने ट्रीटमेंट आपका यूनिट को डिजाइन कर लिया अब दिन भर 200 आए, 250 आए, 300 आए, टेंशन नहीं है, कुछ भी आए हो जाएगा। तो ये 500 मिलीग्राम पर लीटर मतलब ये ज्यादा वैल्यू कौन देगा आपको, कैसे मिलेगा आपको बीओडी का? ये ज्यादा वैल्यू, ये बहुत ज्यादा वैल्यू देगा आपको माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म, क्योंकि उसी का ही काम है डिकम्पोज करना, और डिकम्पोज करते हुए वो ऑक्सीजन को कंज्यूम करेगा, और ऑक्सीजन को कंज्यूम करते हुए आपका डिमांड क्रिएट होगा। तो व्हाट इज एक्चुअली रिक्वायर्ड is the decomposition. More and more decomposition is there. So more and more decomposition will define you more and more oxygen consumption, and more oxygen consumption will give you more and more BOD value. So who will give you this more and more decomposition? Who will give you this more and more decomposition? Microorganisms. Microorganism will give you the more and more decomposition, then only you are going to get more and more demand. Now the story is, आप माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म को दावत देने वाले हो, बोल रहे हो कि भैया आइए, खाना मेरे पास है, आके खा के जाइए, तभी मैं सही से काम कर पाऊंगा। अब माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म के भी एटीट्यूड है, दे आर टेलिंग कि एक्स्ट्रा क्या मिलेगा, खाना तो बहुत लोग दे सकता है, आप एक्स्ट्रा जो दे रहे हो दैट इज द ट्रेस न्यूट्रिएंट सॉल्ट्स, दैट इज ट्रेस न्यूट्रिएंट सॉल्ट्स, दैट इज एक्स्ट्रा। आप बोल रहे हो कि नॉर्मल जो न्यूट्रिएंट है कैल्शियम मैग्नीशियम वाला वो तो हर जगह पे मिल जाता है, लेकिन ट्रेस न्यूट्रिएंट्स मोलिब्डेनम, सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ जिंक, ये हमेशा नहीं मिलेगा। दो जिंक इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड फॉर माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म बॉडी, इट इज एक्चुअली वेरी मच डेट्रीमेंटल टू माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म बॉडी। उसका सॉल्ट डाल दिए, और क्या डाले, फॉस्फेट बफर सॉल्यूशन। क्यों? क्योंकि फॉस्फेट बफर सॉल्यूशन इज एक्चुअली will take the water pH in neutral level, will take the water pH in neutral level, phosphate buffer solution. And क्योंकि माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म जो है वो हम लोग जब डिसइंफेक्शन पढ़े थे, आपको याद है कि कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड डाल के भी हम लोग डिसइंफेक्ट कर रहे थे पानी को, क्योंकि माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म सेल वॉल हायर पीएच या तो एक्सट्रीम लो पीएच वैल्यू में इम्परमिएबल हो जाते हैं, तो फॉस्फेट बफर सॉल्यूशन विल मेक द पीएच वैल्यू न्यूट्रल। एंड फाइनली आप उसमें ऑक्सीजन डाल रहे हो टू मेक इट सैचुरेटेड विद द ऑक्सीजन। अंडरस्टूड? उसके बाद आप क्या कर रहे हो, उसके बाद आप सिस्टम को 5 दिन 20 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड में रख रहे हो, मतलब आई हैव टोल्ड यू 20 to 35 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड, इन दिस टेम्परेचर रेंज माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म ग्रोथ जनरली गॉट एनहांस्ड। तो आप उसको खाना दिया, खाने के बाद सोने के लिए जगह दिया, सोने का जगह पे एसी लगा दिया, टेम्परेचर मेंटेन कर दिया, उसके बाद क्या दे रहे हो, टाइम दे रहे हो। नाउ इन दिस कंडीशन, इन दिस ऑल आर द फेवरेबल कंडीशन फॉर माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म ग्रोथ, and if your wastewater contains biodegradable organic matter and microorganism to decompose them, and all the favorable conditions are there, that's why microorganism will decompose those organic matter, and eventually you are going to get higher BOD value or higher demand in oxygen. आपने माउथ पार्ट किस लिए बंद किया? क्योंकि आप चाहते नहीं हो कि सिस्टम का कहानी सिस्टम में रहे, घर की कहानी बाहर ना जाए, इसीलिए आपने माउथ पार्ट को बंद कर दिया, ना तो कुछ बाहर से अंदर आएगा ना तो कुछ अंदर से बाहर जाएगा। जो भी होगा, जो डिमांड होगा, जो भी कहानी होगा, जो भी होगा, अंदर का कहानी रहेगा। Understood? That is all about the dilution method, what we are concerned about. Clear? Now, we are going for the most important segment of this chapter, that is mathematical expression of BOD. How BOD value is getting expressed mathematically. To understand this thing, two plots will get compared simultaneously. In your screen there, that is, one plot is organic matter versus time plot, another plot is BOD versus time plot. Try to understand the first one, because the organic matter versus time plot will be actually projected into BOD versus time plot. So first plot, organic matter versus time, the yellow dotted line, dashed line, is actually representing L0. L0 is the organic matter present at time t equals to 0. मतलब इनिशियल ऑर्गेनिक मैटर जो है क्या, जो है मैक्सिमम ऑर्गेनिक मैटर प्रेजेंट इन द सिस्टम. इनिशियल ऑर्गेनिक मैटर विल बी द मैक्सिमम ऑर्गेनिक मैटर प्रेजेंट इन द सिस्टम. क्यों? क्योंकि इसके बाद जितना टाइम बढ़ेगा ऑर्गेनिक मैटर विल कीप ऑन डिक्रीजिंग, बिकॉज ऑर्गेनिक मैटर विल गेट डिकम्पोज्ड. Okay, so this yellow line, decomposing line, is provided the organic matter, and at time t whatever is left, try to understand here. So this is your L0 is nothing but the initial organic matter, which is the maximum organic matter present in the system and which is fixed. So it is represented by this yellow dashed line, and this is the curve which is representing organic matter versus time plot at time t. So this is your LT at time t, organic matter remaining. So what is this? It is nothing but L0 minus LT. L0 is the maximum number, LT बचा हुआ है अभी. So L0 minus LT क्या है कि टाइम t में कितना ऑर्गेनिक मैटर ऑलरेडी डिकम्पोज हो चुके हैं. Understood? So coming to this, initial organic matter is L0, which is the maximum organic matter present in the system. LT is organic matter remaining at time t, and L0 minus LT is organic matter already decomposed at time t. Okay, coming to this graph once again, second graph, BOD versus T plot. Second graph, BOD versus T plot. क्या है इसमें? मैक्सिमम कितना आप ऑर्गेनिक मैटर को डिकम्पोज कर सकते हो, L0 अमाउंट. तो वही लाइन को मैं एक्सटेंड किया हूं, क्योंकि उतना आप डिमांड क्रिएट हो सकता है सिस्टम में. The maximum demand that can be created will be ultimate BOD of the system, that is BODU. That is your ultimate BOD of the system, BODU, which is, so BODU equivalent to L0, because that much of oxygen demand, what is the maximum oxygen demand can be created in the system? जब आप सारे ऑर्गेनिक मैटर को डिकम्पोज कर रहे हो, तब जितना ऑक्सीजन डिमांड क्रिएट होगा वही है मैक्सिमम वैल्यू. L0 equivalent to BODU. Maximum organic matter is L0 itself. Now, this graph is actually a falling slope because time increases number of organic matter decreases. Here, BOD will have a rising slope because time increases, number of organic matter decreases, but oxygen demand will be more created. क्योंकि जितना ज्यादा ऑर्गेनिक मैटर डिकम्पोज होगा उतना ज्यादा उतना कम ऑर्गेनिक मैटर सिस्टम में बचा रहेगा, लेकिन उतना ज्यादा ऑक्सीजन डिमांड भी क्रिएट हो जाएगा, है ना? At the same time t, this is your BODT. What is BODT? BOD already achieved, already उतना ऑक्सीजन डिमांड अचीव हो चुका है at time t. तो BODT किसके साथ इक्विवेलेंट है? L0 माइनस LT के साथ, क्योंकि उतना ऑर्गेनिक मैटर टाइम t पे डिकम्पोज हो चुके हैं और उसको डिकम्पोज करने के लिए जितना ऑक्सीजन डिमांड क्रिएट हुए हैं दैट इज डिफाइंड एज BOD suffix T. And what is this? BOD yet to achieve. ये मैक्सिमम वैल्यू है, इतना आपने मिल चुका है, ये 100 नंबर है, आपको मिला है 70, ये है 30 नंबर जो आपको अभी भी मिलना बाकी है। क्यों मिलना बाकी है? क्योंकि सिस्टम में अभी भी कुछ ना कुछ ऑर्गेनिक मैटर बचा हुआ है, अभी डिकम्पोज नहीं हुआ है। सो BOD yet to achieve is equivalent to LT, amount of organic matter remaining at time T. Clear? So DL/dt is directly proportional to LT. DL/dt is directly proportional to LT. So DL/dt is equals to minus K dash LT. So DL/dt is DL by LT is equals to minus K dash dt. Ln LT is equals to minus K dash T plus C, where C is the integration constant. So to find out the integration constant, we need to apply the boundary condition. What will be the boundary condition? At t equals to 0, LT will be equals to L0. So C will be Ln L0. If you put this in the system, so it will be Ln LT minus Ln L0 minus equals to minus K dash T. So Ln LT by L0 is equals to minus K dash T. LT by L0 is equals to e to the power minus K dash T. So where LT will be equals to L0 e to the power minus K dash T. So as BODT is equivalent to L0 minus LT, so BODT is equals to L0 minus LT के जगह पे L0 e to the power minus K dash T. So where BODT is equals to L0 into 1 minus e to the power minus K dash T. Where K dash is called as BOD rate constant base E, इसका यूनिट है टाइम इनवर्स. बेस E इसका यूनिट है टाइम इनवर्स. Another rate constant is there, which is actually base 10 rate constant, that is defined as K. Remember this K dash and K. ये चीज आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा. उसका नाम है deoxygenation rate constant base 10. अगर आपको इक्वेशन में बेस 10 का वैल्यू दिया गया है, तो पहला काम होगा आपको उसके साथ 2.303 विच इज नथिंग बट द ln टू log कन्वर्शन रेशियो उसके साथ मल्टीप्लाई करके बेस ई में वैल्यू निकालना है। उसके बाद ही आप ये इक्वेशन को अप्लाई कर सकते हो। एंड बेस ई is called as BOD rate constant। अगर आपको BOD rate constant बोल रहा है तो that will be base E only, and deoxygenation rate constant अगर बोल रहा है तो that is base 10 only। Understood? Now both K dash and K are temperature dependent। Both K dash and K are temperature dependent and defined by the equation KT or K dash T would be K20 or K dash 20 to the power T minus 20, where Kt or K dash T is called as rate constant at T degree centigrade and K20 or K dash 20 is rate constant at 20 degree centigrade। Theta is called as temperature coefficient। generally इसका वैल्यू होता है 1.047। that is what you need to remember। जो लागू है 20 से 40 डिग्री टेम्परेचर के लिए, उससे कम और ज्यादा पे नहीं। and the set of equation which is defining the temperature dependency of this set of equation which is defining the temperature dependency of the rate constant value is called as Van Hoff Arrhenius equation, is called as Van Hoff Arrhenius equation, is called as Van Hoff Arrhenius equation, Van Hoff Arrhenius equation। So just have a look। Before going to the further details, let me recap the process once. From here itself, I'm not telling anything, just look out. This organic matter can be divided into two groups. One is carbonaceous organic matter, another one is nitrogenous organic matter. Microorganisms, those who are actually concerned about this organic matter, they decompose the carbonaceous organic matter first, and then they will go for the nitrogenous organic matter. So, decomposing carbonaceous organic matter is called as first stage BOD. The BOD is generated over there, and decomposing the nitrogenous organic matter will be called as second stage BOD. The total BOD will be the summation of first stage BOD and second stage BOD. That's the representation. It's nothing but total BOD will be carbonaceous BOD plus nitrogenous BOD, or you can say first stage BOD plus second stage BOD. One particular example. Why I'm solving an example? Because that particular example will give us an idea. The thing. Suppose BOD 520 degree centigrade is defined as 150 milligram per liter. BOD 520 degree centigrade is defined as 150 milligram per liter. K-20 is defined as 0.23 day inverse. K-20 is defined as 0.23 day inverse. We are actually required to find out BOD 5. Time is same, but temperature is increased 30 degree centigrade. So what is BOD 5 30 degree centigrade? It will be L naught into 1 minus e to the power minus K dash 30 into 5. So what will be K dash 30 is equals to K20, or it will be K dash 20 into 1.047 to the power T minus 20 is 30 minus 20. It's 0.36 inverse. So while solving this type of problem, we need to remember one thing. एक चीज याद रखना है कि L naught ultimate BOD is God to us. L naught, the ultimate BOD is God to us. Ultimate BOD L naught is God to us. Actually, the thing where we will define everything because it is unchanged, it will be unchanged. So BOD 520 degree centigrade is we will always follow the path of L naught. If it is 150 milligram per liter, so L naught from here it will be 219.5 milligram per liter. So what is BOD 530 degree centigrade? Same L naught into this is this. What is the fallacy? So BOD 520 degree centigrade is 150 milligram per liter. BOD 530 degree centigrade is 183.21 milligram per liter. What is the fallacy? If you increase the temperature, achieved VOD value will be more. If you increase the temperature, achieved VOD value gets increased. To increase the temperature, the achieved VOD value get increased. So if it is the plot of BOD versus T, this is your ultimate BOD. So this is y-axis, this is If it is for T degree centigrade, it will be for greater than T, because more achievement will be there less than T if temperature is reduced. So for temperature increase, the plot shift to left. For reduction in temperature, the plot will shift to right. Is it clear? Just have a look. By solving the problem, solving the question, we are doing this. Just have a look. Now, there are two more points to represent the BOD value. One is the population equivalent. Another one is the relative stability. Population equivalent is nothing. Q, if the Q is in MLD, and Y, which is concentration of BOD in milligram per liter. So total strength of BOD in kg per day will be obviously MLD into milligram per liter, and per capita BOD is 70 to 90 gram per capita per day, and population equivalent P will be equals to total strength of BOD in kg per day by per capita BOD. Total strength of BOD in kg per day by per capita BOD. Relative stability, if waste is stabilized at 20 degrees centigrade, then SR will be 1 minus 0.794 to the power T into 100, but T will be in days. Relative stability is the ratio between the amount of oxygen available in wastewater to the amount of oxygen required to meet first stage BOD. Those are very basic things. Now we are going for the COD. What is COD? It is the amount of oxygen demand created to decompose the biodegradable organic solids and non-biodegradable organic solid by applying strong chemical oxidant. It is the amount of oxygen demand created to decompose the biodegradable organic solid and non-biodegradable organic solid by applying strong chemical oxidant. COD is actually considering two type of solid. One is biodegradable organic solid and non-biodegradable organic solid. But BOD is actually considering only biodegradable organic solid. So COD is considering the whole organic solid and BOD is considering only the biodegradable organic solid. Eventually, COD will be more than BOD. The COD value will be more than the BOD value. But though the COD value is higher than BOD value, but as BOD is the parameter which is considering the biodegradable organic solids only, that's why BOD is more relevant to the pollution level of wastewater. Why? Because biodegradable organic solid is the main concern parameter which will create nuisance, and characteristics of wastewater is nothing but the estimation of the nuisance potential of wastewater. तो हम ये बोल सकते हैं कि COD वैल्यू BOD वैल्यू से ज्यादा हो सकते हैं, लेकिन BOD वैल्यू इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट than COD value, as BOD value is giving us or will give us the direct exposure to the estimation of the nuisance potential of wastewater. COD measurement. COD in lab is found by reflux apparatus, where in the there the water will be mixed with 4 reagents like mercuric sulfate, silver sulfate, 98% concentrate H2SO4, and potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. After mixing all these reagents, the sample will be heated for 2 hours at 75 to 80 degrees centigrade. After 2 hours, the sample will be titrated to, after 2 hours मतलब पहले उसको ठंडा करना है, और the sample will be titrated for find out the unused potassium dichromate value, where titrant will be ferrous ammonium sulfate FAS, indicator will be ferro indicator, and color change will be provided blue green to brick red. These are the 3 things you need to remember for COD measurement. But titrant will be FAS, ferrous ammonium sulfate, indicator ferroin indicator, and color change will be observed blue green to brick red. But concentration of COD is equals to V into N into equivalent weight of oxygen into 1000 by volume of sample taken. Concentration of COD in milligram per liter will be equals to V into N into equivalent weight of oxygen by 1000 by volume of sample taken. Now, we're going for the last lab of this segment, that is, first of all, is total oxygen demand, TOD. It is the amount of oxygen demand required to decompose biodegradable organic solid, non-biodegradable organic solid, and inorganic solid. That means what? In total oxygen demand, you are considering all the solids present in the wastewater: biodegradable, non-biodegradable, and inorganic solid. So TOD will be more than COD, will be more than BOD. Next one is THOD, because BOD is considering only biodegradable organic solids, COD is considering only organic solids, TOD is considering organic and inorganic solid. Finally, this THOD, theoretical oxygen demand, it is not that directly associated with the pollution level. What is there? It is actually associated with the means for any kind of component you can find out the oxygen demand. It is oxygen demand found by establishing the relation between or among any chemical substances and oxygen. अगर आपको किसी का THOD निकालना है तो पहले उसके साथ ऑक्सीजन का एक रिश्ता तैयार करना पड़ेगा, equation, and then on the basis of that equation you need to find out the oxygen demand. Clear? Just to show you how to find out the oxygen demand, we will go for an example. That's a GATE 2004. Find out the THOD of 75 milligram per liter of glucose in wastewater. The following equation is given. C6H12O6 plus 6O2 is giving you 6CO2 plus 6H2. बहुत ही बेसिक प्रॉब्लम है, उतना कुछ है नहीं प्रॉब्लम में. क्या है? पहला तो है कि मॉलिक्यूलर वेट ऑफ ग्लूकोज निकाल लीजिए, दैट इज कमिंग एज 180, एंड ऑक्सीजन का है 32. यहाँ पे 6 मोल ऑक्सीजन इज गेटिंग यूज, दैट मीन 190. तो यहाँ पे इक्वेशन से आपको दिख रहा है कि 1 मोल ग्लूकोज इज रिक्वायरिंग 6 मोल ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. So one part, so eventually I can say that by equivalency concept that 180 part of glucose require 192 part of oxygen. Clear? One part will require 192 by 180 oxygen. So 75 milligram per liter of glucose will require 192 by 180 into 75. That is equals to 80 milligram per liter of oxygen. So THOD of 75 milligram per liter glucose will be equals to 80 milligram per liter. That's it, all the oxygen demand. Just have a quickly, we are going for the recap process from here. So finally, we are going for the relationship between the BOD and COD, where BOD to COD ratio, if it is in between 0.6 to 0.7, we can say that it's biodegradable waste. If it's less than 0.6, it will be called as synthetic waste. Non-biodegradable matter is higher. If it's 0, devoids of organic matter, BOD equals to COD equals to 0. If BOD to COD ratio is 0, then it will be toxic waste. If it is less than equals to 0.2, acclimatization of seed is required, immediate treatment is required. So just before finishing it off, we have completed the characteristics of wastewater. So next we will enter to the treatment of wastewater in the next class. So just to give you a reminder, the 29th Tuesday, December 29th, next combat will be live on 6 p.m. Register now to unlock. Use code the crack get. Enroll for free. Here you will get exciting prizes. For rank 1 to 3, 3-month subscription or equivalent Amazon voucher. Rank 4 to 50, you will get rupees 500 Amazon voucher. We need to think that for this combat, all the topmost educators will set the questions, and you will be provided with live video solutions. Previously, lot many have already cracked it. Now it's your turn. Let's crack it. And another good news that 28th December, that's one day before, that is Monday, tomorrow. Monday today, 11:15 a.m. just after this class, if you are evolving for GATE 2022, so English and Hindi, both the language, we're going to get Civil Batch A, top educators you are going to get. And if you're subscribing this, don't forget to apply SEN10 ACN10. Don't forget to apply the code SEN10 ACN10. Today, if you apply this code, you will directly get 10% of discounts. If you don't have the Unacademy Learning app, go to the Play Store, Unacademy Learning app, install it, go to Plus Courses, get personal mentorship, all topmost educators, and subscribe there with by using the code SEN10, by using this code SEN10 ACN10, SEN10. Once again, New Year gift to the civil engineering students. GATE Evolve GATE 2022 is going to launch today, 11:15 a.m. See you in the next class. Goodbye. Thank you.